Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx. And I'm here to take care of everyone, for the twin flames, for the soulmates, for the karmics, for the special person, whoever you are dealing with in love. This is your month ahead general love reading. If you are seeing this on YouTube, it is early access on Patreon. But sometimes I release them depending on if I feel like a lot more people need to hear it. I will put it on YouTube, but otherwise it's only an exclusive thing that I do, an exclusive month ahead love reading. So thank you guys for watching. For extra guidance in love and relationships, today is, what's today? May 29th. Tomorrow is the new moon in Gemini. So that's something really exciting. And that's a great day for me to get back on my monthly reading. So we'll start with Gemini tomorrow. So I'm going to flip over these cards. I did a pre-shuffle to see what is going on in the collective for the love energies right now. And I don't know what's under here for June, but let's see. Something good. Give us something good. It's not that good. Okay. Oh boy. So we have denial, detach with love to clearly see the truth. So we have some denial surrounding us in June with a romantic situation. We have addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship. So an addiction can be any type of codependent behavior. So an addiction can be addiction to working. It can be an addiction to sleeping. It can be an addiction to gambling, pornography, substances, anything. Anything can be an addiction. People can be addicted to helping others. They can be codependent on their family, on their friends, whatever. So there's an addiction affecting a relationship here when it comes down to a romantic partnership. Now you have past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. So past life anything has to do with some karmic ties that you need to break. So you and somebody else are meeting again in a past life relationship. Let's see. Can we get some clarity surrounding denial here? I feel like the deception card might come out from this deck, or the codependency card. If it does, pay attention to the red flags. If it does, then we know there's some red flags we're dealing with here. Engagement. There's some little things that are kind of either they're going to lead to bigger things in your relationship, or there's some red flags here that you don't want to overlook. I told you that deception card was going to come out. And romantic feelings. And it's difficult because this is somebody that you care about, you feel strongly for, you have romantic feelings, but you have deception. Someone is wearing a false mask, a false self mask in this relationship, and pay attention to the red flags. So in June, you may start to see some real major red flags show up with somebody. Like you'll start to see these little addictive habits that they have, or these little quirks that they have coming up, regardless if this is new love or not. Even if it's not like super, super new, people's masks can always fall down. The longer you get to know them, the more you're going to see, okay, this person has some issues, or there's some things that you need to pay attention to here that are going to still be prominent. Now, I do feel like you're going to be moving forward with this person. That's the interesting thing. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then you have your feelings are real and worth exploring. So the interesting thing is that you're moving forward with this person. However, there's some addictions here, or there's going to be some behaviors or something that you're seeing about this person that maybe wasn't there previously, or you noticed it, but you never spoke on it, and now it seems to be getting worse. Something like that. You have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. That was the last card to come out. So the denial. We need to get out of the denial that somebody doesn't have a problem. Could be drinking, gambling, smoking, some type of addictive behavior, or this could be you that has this issue, and maybe somebody is pointing it out within you, like, hey, you have an issue here, or I care about you, I'm noticing this, that, and the third. So you want to be very careful about that. Hold on one second, let me just check this on make sure this is okay. Look, it's Mercury retrograde still. Even though it's about to end, I had to make sure my mic was on because I can't hear myself in the video. I don't have headphones to, yeah. But anywho, so that's what we got going on right here. So let's kind of look at my everything deck. And I want to see what addictions are coming out here, what codependent types of behaviors we need to pay attention to for June in our romantic relationships. But somebody, when you first met them, or maybe when you first met someone, you tried to hide some addiction that you had, or they are trying to hide it, and now it's coming to the light, or it's not easy to hide that anymore. It's not easy to suppress that part. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have here. What's the addictions or any red flags that we need to look out for? What's the somebody might have an addiction to their past, maybe with an ex. Time apart. Hidden enemy, temptation, inner child trauma. I feel like somebody uses some type of addictive or escapism habits to cope with inner child trauma or with feeling unstable. But if you want this relationship to be long term and you want it to be stable, you're going to really have to nip it in the bud, whatever nip it in the bud is, whatever that is for you. I don't see that maybe June is the right time to try to push to move forward in a relationship while there's existing problems and there's existing or past red flags, because you have stable, you have long term, you have ex or past love, family or family issues is under that. So somebody is still really struggling with, and then inner child trauma. Somebody's really struggling with trying to move on, I feel like, or they have some bad habits of self-sabotage, and you have hidden enemy. So the hidden enemy could be negative thoughts, just internalized feelings. It can be anything. It could be anybody, but you have not the right time, because somebody, whether you or someone else, is going to fall into temptation, or they tend to get tempted very easily as a way to cope or deal with pain. And that can be escaping into anything, into themselves, into social media. Something here is used as an addiction, and it's made very obvious in June what that is. And for many of you, once you can admit this to yourself, you or someone else does, it might be better to take a step back, actually, take some time apart and figure out how we want to work with this. How can we really fix this? Because if this is your story, it's not just going to go away because you're not looking at it, because you don't want to think about it, because you want to pretend like it's not there. That ultimately will be self-sabotage, and it'll cause issues in your relationship long term. So I think that's very important to figure out what is this trauma response, or what are these addictions that we're struggling with here, and how can we fix it? How can we really heal so this doesn't have to keep on coming up? All right, so let's see, who are we dealing with here? Can you tell us who are we dealing with? Who is it that we are connecting to in June? Who is this person? Can you tell us about this energy? Could be a Taurus, Nine of Swords, Temperance. Could be a Sagittarius, Scorpio, Death card, Libra, Justice card. A lot of signs here. But I get it that there's somebody here who appears to be very confident, but they do deal with a lot of anxiety and a lot of trust issues. They've been through a lot, whether this is something that you know of or not. And you have Gemini, but this is a very much faded connection. This is somebody that you're meant to meet. You're meant to, it's kind of similar to the last love reading I did where I was like, you guys can help each other get through things together. But this is a past life connection. You've been here before. You're trying to break these karmic lessons of doing things differently. And so, yeah, this person is going through a transformation. They could have recently had a death in the family, whether this is like somebody, well, it could be a literal death, or it could just be like their own personal transformation, feelings of grieving or ending of some kind. But this looks to be somebody who's pretty balanced and fair, or wants peace and harmony in their life or with you, with the temperance and the justice card. They want emotional stability as well. This may also be somebody with this in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. Somebody who's not as traditional, or a bit of an unconventional type of person. So that won't resonate for everyone, the description of the person, but if it does, then you know this is for you, especially if it's one of the signs I called out: Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, Taurus, or Scorpio. Okay. So now let's look at, where is this relationship going in June? We got the energy of the person. We got the energy of the relationship. There is some denial of some issues that we need to conquer. Where is this relationship going in June of 2022? Where is this relationship heading between the watcher and the person in June? Where is this relationship going? Oh, wait. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Queen of Swords. I see it being a little bit too much for some of you to deal with the addiction or the pain. Eight of Cups. But it's not like, it's one of those things where it's like you really, really love the person, or you really care about them, but you can tell like you just can't help them. Either you can't help them, or they can't help you. You need some like professional help, because the relationship is very mutual. It's strong. It's caring. It's fun. It's something that is very loving. So I don't feel like this will not apply if this is a very abusive relationship, or this is somebody that treats you poorly or anything like that. This is somebody that you have a very great connection with them. Y'all are compassionate, kind, and caring to each other. They just have issues, or you just have these issues. Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, and you are finding it hard to find a middle ground to help each other or to overcome. And it's Three of Swords because it's like you're having to kind of break up with the idea of where you want it to be with this person, or you have to really embrace the truth of what's going on, the situation, the person, and what they come with. And that may be a lot. That may be a lot. And that's why you may need to detach or take a step away and figure out if this is something that you can really put up with or deal with, and be honest about it, and be honest if this is something worth trying to figure it out. Tell me more about this Three of Swords for where this connection is heading. Tell me about the Three of Swords, please, for where this connection is heading in June. Can you tell me more about the Three of Swords for where this connection is heading in June? Two of Pentacles reverse. Yeah. It doesn't look like it's really moving forward in June. It looks like you're going to try to move it forward. Three of Swords was clarified by Three of Wands reverse, Five of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So it looks like it's going to be hard to figure out a balance here. It's going to be hard to figure out a balance. Three of Swords clarified by the Five of Pentacles. I see there being like a separation, or not speaking as much in June, or deciding to take a step back. And then Three of Wands, that's not forward progression. That's kind of moving backwards here. Even though There's a lot of love. There's a lot of mutual feelings. But there's some red flags, and you can't just overlook those. You can't just act like they're not there. You can't just be like, okay, well, I want to be with this person, and I'm going to just ignore what's going on. That's not going to help anybody. That's not going to help anybody. So, on that note, give us a little bit more of the blunt truth that we need to hear about this person, please. In June, what's the blunt truth we need to hear about this person? Okay, you have happening quickly. Tell me more. It'll break your heart. Another sad love story. Oh my God, they're giving it. They're giving it to us. They're giving it to us. But you can't ignore like the truth of a situation about a person because you want it to work out so bad. Because you want this person to be the one, you want whatever, you feel so strongly, you feel this is your soulmate, twin flame, whoever. There's issues here. There are issues here that are happening quickly. These issues could arise because of somebody going through a stressful time in their life, or they have a sudden change and you see this whole other side of them. Sometimes we don't really know a person until we see them at their worst. We see them angry. We see them stressed. And it could really change your perspective on how this person deals with pain, what they've been suppressing, what they've been hiding. There's deception here. There's not complete honesty and transparency. Even though you love them, you have a close relationship. Something about what's hidden will hurt. And it'll be like, this is hard. I don't know if I can deal with this. And it's happening fast. So once we can really admit to ourselves, well, this is who this person really is, not who I thought they were or who they portrayed themselves to be, then we can figure out how we want to navigate. So with that being said, what's the advice for everyone watching? What's the advice? What's the advice? Star card, Aquarius. What's the advice for everyone in these relationships? King of Swords, Knight of Swords. I think it's better to think a little bit more logically right now and focus on the truth, focus on the facts, focus on what's happening and not let your emotions get in the way. And also try not to take it so personally as it's something that you did wrong. Yeah, this Three of Swords. This pain, man. It's not easy. It hurts. This is like a breakup for some of you. But it's deeper than a breakup, this Three of Swords. It's more so like parting ways with the idea of what you and somebody could have been, or like the image that you had of them in their head is just kind of shattered here. Anything else with this advice, the Three of Swords, is really to heal at this time and focus on just complete acceptance of the truth. Anything else with this Three of Swords? Ten of Swords. Man. This reading, it's sad. It's not the best one ever. But yeah, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles again. Three of Swords clarified by the Five of Pentacles twice. We have to grieve this relationship or grieve the person that we thought they were. The deception, that is the truth that is revealed of who this person is, what they deal with, what they come with. There's baggage here. There's trauma here. And it's affecting the relationship. And you cannot deny that. No matter how strongly you feel, no matter how close you are with this person, no matter how much you love them, you care for them. Some of this is mental illness as well. And that's very hard to deal with in another person. It is. I've dealt with it in a relationship. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see the person just kind of fall apart before your eyes. And you don't even know them anymore. And this could be something that's happened, like you've lost someone to mental illness or addiction or something happened here, and you're really struggling to make amends with this. So the best thing to do is to really heal. Give yourself that self-care. Work on your confidence, because some of you, this is breaking your confidence down. You feel like there's nothing you can do. Feel like there's something wrong with you. It's triggering your own insecurities, but that it's not personal. Past life love, this is karmic. This is something that karma is balancing, things that you've been through or something you're meant to go through, and do something else this time. I don't know exactly what karmic lessons happen here, but it's leading you to greater. It's teaching you to surrender. Surrender, but not in a way that you're sacrificing your own happiness, but surrender and let it be. And think clearly about what the truth is and how to move forward. That's the only way you're going to get through it, is if you accept it for what it is. Okay, so hold on. What's one affirmation for... Okay. Enjoy the process. Celebrate every step forward. You are doing an amazing job. The journey is a gift. So we're in this process here in love where we got some people we're dealing with that have a mask coming off, who are showing their true colors, who have a problem, have addiction, have mental health illnesses, have trauma, have struggles, and it's becoming a little bit of a burden to us, or we have to make a sacrifice for ourselves and say, this is not my job to fix you, Virgo, Pisces. This is not my job to save you. This is not my job to rescue you. I can give you the tools to help you. I can give you resources, but I'm not your mom. I'm not meant to save you. We're not supposed to be in a codependent relationship. We cannot move forward. Even though I love you, I care for you, I want to be with you, we cannot move forward acting like these things are just non-existent, that they're to the wind, that you don't have a problem, that these are not issues to deal with. Somebody needs some personal help. Okay, so take this how it resonates for you guys. This is a pretty deep message, and let me know if it resonates for you, how it resonates. I want to know, because this was very kind of specific. So thank you guys for watching. If this reading resonated for you, let me know that in the comments down below. I'm at Tarot by Bronx. Happy June on everything.